Cape Flattery is a beautiful and popular 1.2 mile long hike near Neah Bay, Washington. From the tip of this scenic trail, you can not only get great views of Tatoosh Island, but you can also say that you have visited the most northwesternly tip of the lower 48 states. This trail is located on the Makah Reservation, so you will need to buy a Makah Recreation Pass to do this hike. There are several different places where you can purchase this pass, but we got ours at this mini mart. At the time of the recording of this video, passes cost $20, but they are good for an entire year. The drive up to the trailhead and the entire surrounding area is packed full of beauty. It's definitely a great bit of a preview for the picturesque scenes that you're going to see on this hike. As I mentioned before, this trail is popular, so getting an early start will give you the best chance of getting a parking spot. It was pretty packed when we got there, but we always seem to have pretty good luck and someone was pulling out right as we rolled in. This trail is open year-round and it's also dog friendly as long as they are on a leash and you clean up after them. This trail is rated as easy, but it does come with 229 feet of elevation gain. You'll be going downhill on the way out and uphill on the way back. Pretty much this entire hike takes place in a lush rainforest with trees covered in green moss. It's really beautiful and the trees provide a ton of shade. This can be challenging if you're trying to shoot video or photos though, because the trail can get really dark in certain spots. GoPros are notorious for not being huge fans of low light conditions, and they were really struggling while we were filming this. Eventually the trail will curve off to the left and you will encounter one of the many boardwalks on this hike. I'm not sure what it is about them, but V and I both really love boardwalks like these on hikes, so this was a real treat for us. You may remember how I said that you have to get a permit for this hike. Well, one thing to take note of is that $20 is not just for nothing. It actually goes towards helping maintain this trail, so it is going towards a good cause. There are signs constantly reminding you to stay on the main trail, and this is important. These are very fragile ecosystems, and we need to do our best to help protect them. Stepping off the trail onto plants can either damage or kill them, and not only do we need to protect them for their sake, but for slightly more selfish reasons, we need to keep them around because they are part of what make this trail so beautiful. A little ways further down the trail, you'll come to the second boardwalk section, and this is where you're going to get some of those awe-inspiring coastal views. You'll eventually come to this intersection, and going left will take you on a short side trail to a beautiful overlook. Even though all of the overlooks on this trail take you to views of similar scenery, they all have something really beautiful about them and are worth stopping by. The side trails to get to these viewpoints are also very short, so you hardly have to put any effort in to get to them. The first overlook that you're seeing right here will give you the best views of the south side of the point. The teal and blue water that you find around here is so beautiful, and we would love to bring the kayaks up here at some point. Continuing on from the first overlook, we headed back to the main trail and made a left. The second viewpoint is only a couple hundred yards down the trail, so you're not going to have to wait too long for more of those coastal views. Some of the boardwalks along the way can be a little bit on the narrow side, and they have drop-offs on both sides. You need to watch your step because it would be real easy to be distracted by the beautiful nature and go right over the edge. Luckily, it's only about a foot down, but no one wants to fall while they're hiking. And here we are at that second overlook. This time you'll be looking out at the northern side of the point. This overlook has two levels, with the lower one giving you better views of the sea caves. These caves are absolutely massive, and it would be so fun to get in there and explore them. After enjoying the views for a bit here, we cleaned up some trash that hopefully just fell out of someone's backpack and continued on. I'm sure that viewers of this channel already know and do this, but for anyone new to the channel, please be sure to practice leave no trace principles and leave these trails looking even better than you found them. Just another short hike down the trail will have you at the last two overlooks on this hike. The first of the two is this pentagon-shaped one that you see right here. This will give you more great views of the southern side and the headlands. We must have been visiting on a low tide because the ocean wasn't being too dramatic, but I have seen some videos and pictures of it during high tide and it is quite spectacular. We are now making our way towards the last and what is probably the best overlook of this hike. From this platform you will get 270-degree views of both the north and south side, as well as the lighthouse on Tatoosh Island, and if you visit on a clear day you should be able to see Vancouver Island out towards the northwest. Even though the lighthouse is no longer in use, it's pretty cool to know that it has been there since 1857. We unfortunately didn't see any aquatic life on our visit, but there are tons of reports of people seeing otters and whales, so be sure to keep your eyes peeled for them. With all of these views, you're definitely going to want to leave yourself a good amount of time for this trail. There was a sign at the trailhead that said that this hike should take about 25 minutes. But when you mix the fact that we are incredibly slow hikers and how much we love scenery, we ended up taking 1 hour and 45 minutes to complete this trail. And I'm not even mad about that because this is not one of those hikes that you just want to rush through. You may have been enjoying all of the downhill on the way out, but now it's time to pay it back and you're going to be climbing most of the way back to the trailhead. Most of the climbing will be on stairs, and it's nothing too brutal, but it is a little bit of a leg workout. If you're a fan of beautiful, short, and easy Washington hikes, you should check out our video about 𝐿𝙞𝙨𝙘𝙡𝙀 Falls. You can see that one by clicking the link in the upper corner right now. If you have the permit for this trail, you can also use it to do another hike to a spot called Shi Shi Beach. We wanted to do that one as well, but unfortunately not only did we run out of time, but we were pretty beat up at this point in the trip. In addition to all of the hiking that we did, we also went wing walking while we were here. If you haven't seen that one, be sure to click in the upper corner now because that is nuts. And that is going to do it for our video of hiking on the Cape Flattery Trail. If you have any other Washington hiking recommendations, be sure to leave them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because those really help out the channel. For all the information about hiking at Cape Flattery, as well as other awesome Washington adventures, head on over to 𝐷ADventurelife.com.